We all are aware of the basic definition of management, the art of getting things done effectively and efficiently to achieve organizational objective, following the five systematic set of basic functions, which are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. These functions cannot be performed without taking some core decisions. Like, for example, if we talk about staffing, then staffing requires putting the right person to the right job. So when we have to decide who is the right person for a particular job, or it can be the other way around, what's the right job for a particular person, we have to make some decision. We have to decide that who's the right person or what's the right job. So therefore we can conclude that decision making is a core part of management. And not just that, since it is extensively integrated into the process of management, we can go to the extent of saying that management is equivalent to decision making. Earlier, we used to think of decision making as an art or a special talent, but today, the environment in which the businesses operate, it's very dynamic and multifaceted. So taking decision on the basis of the common sense or snap judgments, it's no more a good idea. So it becomes necessary that decision making is no more treated as some special ability, but rather it's converted to a systematic and scientific approach or a method that anyone can use for making the correct decisions. And for that, it's necessary that we understand the entire functioning, the mechanics of decision making. And this involves understanding the two things. First, the process of decision making and the elements of decision making. These two are interrelated. And the process begins with defining the problem, collecting relevant data, relevant facts, and analyzing those facts, and then on the basis of that deriving the solution. Now this defining problems, collecting and analyzing facts and data, all these activities are done by a person who is the decision maker, the first element of decision making. And through collection and analysis of facts, we are provided with a set of possible actions, and following these actions we reach to some states, some respective states, which as a result holds certain consequences or payoffs. Meaning, let's say that we increase the production, so the action is increased production. And say the state is we are facing lower demand for the product currently, so payoff is negative or it's a loss. And conversely, if demand is high, then the payoff is profit. Bingo. And selection of payoff depends upon the values of decision maker. That is, what decision maker values the most: profit maximization or cost reduction or wealth maximization. So elements are a kind of extension of the process of decision making. So we can say that the process of decision making and the elements are interrelated. And on this basis, we can also say that there are three categories, three types of decisions. The first one, on the basis of action or time period. Say if we are taking decision for a single action or for a single time period, then it's a static decision, otherwise dynamic. It's dynamic. Similarly, if all the facts for a decision are certain, Then the state, the ultimate condition where we'll go, is probably certain. So it's a certain decision, otherwise uncertain. And following the same notion in sequence, we can say consequences can be determined on the basis of who's standing on the other side of the table. Whether our opponent is nature or we are dealing with some rational opponent. So we have these three categories of decision, three types. So these are the basic mechanics of decision making, and these are shaped and affected by various factors, and these factors can be categorized as qualitative and quantitative. And when we use these quantitative factors, majorly quantitative factors, for our quantitative analysis, then in order to form that general approach for decision making, then we can call it as operations research or operational research or management science or systems analysis, decision analysis, decision science, or so on. These terms are not absolutely same, but for our purpose the difference is not relevant, so we'll consider them having the same meaning. So that was sort of long version of explanation, but finally we have covered a good portion of some basic theory, and I'll try to cover the remaining portion. I'll try to wrap it up in the next part. So see you there. Bye bye.